Hi, my name is Billy Reed, and this is my introduction video for Psychological Foundations. Start off with some personal information. I'm 43 years old, married. I have 3 children, beautiful girls. I'm self-employed, which means I own my own company, which that basically means I didn't find a job this year. I have a Bachelor of Science degree from UAM in criminal justice with an English minor. Now, in the instructions, it said to say a lot about yourself. I watched some of the other videos and noticed that people put pictures of their wife and children or husband and children on the videos. I won't be doing that. The reason is because I have to sort of be a private person. I have a long background in law enforcement in this state. I've made a lot of arrests over the years, and there's some people out there that don't like me. So I would just as soon not publicize what my family looks like. We try to keep a low profile and things like that. So enough said about that. Look at some of my work history. I started off in the military when I was 17. I was with several units. These are the 3 major units that I was with over my military career, which spanned a little over 8 years. 16th Military Police Brigade out of Fort Bragg. After leaving there, I went to 3rd Special Operations Group out of Panama. I spent 4.5 years with 3rd Special Operations Group. Left, went to 90th Military Police Detachment at Fort Sill, Oklahoma, where I worked CID and worked narcotics. Retired in '99 due to the drawdown, and medically retired out of the military. Went to work for the Pineville Police Department. I worked Patrol Division for a year, then went to Street Crimes Task Force, then from there to a Neighborhood Enforcement Team, which is basically an anti-crime task force that concentrates on narcotics. During that time, I became an instructor for the police department, started teaching SWAT training, things like that. About 3 years in, I was transferred to the Drug Task Force from the Narcotics Division with the police department. I worked there for the rest of my career. In 2012, I got run over and drugged, got injured on duty. Both legs were pretty messed up, so I was forced in retirement from the police department. As soon as I could walk again, which was 6 months later, and was able to get up on a walker, I enrolled in college, went back, finished up my degree, and started the Point Blank Consulting. Point Blank Consulting, we deal with firearms training, concealed carry training, things like that. We branched out after about the first 6 or 8 months after opening and began teaching law enforcement. We're certified through Arkansas Law Enforcement Training Academy as a certified law enforcement trainer, so I go out to a lot of police departments and do training. Matter of fact, I'm going tomorrow and teaching some training on writing basic reports for patrolmen. So that's what we do here. We also do a lot of public outreach with kids. I do hunters education courses. I do primitive survival skills and things like that. A lot of stuff that kids these days don't learn that, back when I was young, stuff that I would have learned from my father. My future plans, as far as when I do finally get into a classroom, I have a set of goals that I want to try to reach with all my students. One, I want to set a curriculum for my students that emphasizes the classics and literature through different periods. I believe in reading the classics. I believe that's something that will help them their entire life. I want to teach thoughtful analysis of literature. This is a transferable skill. If you can do it with literature, you can do it with any kind of text. You can do it with any kind of problem solving. I want to develop critical thinking within the students. I want them to think outside the box and not just look at what's staring them right in the face when they're reading something or working on a problem. I also think it's very important to expand the vocabulary of my students. I run into so many young people now in the professional arena that just don't have a good vocabulary. They don't understand. They think you're speaking above them if you have a wider vocabulary. My expectations for this class, or for the MAT program as a whole, to gain critical insight on successful instructional techniques at the high school level. Now, I've taught a lot of adults, and I've done some lecturing in high school setting, but they always saw me as a cop, so the respect was already automatic. It's going to be a little different, I'm assuming, when I get somewhere where they don't know I was a cop or am a cop or whatever. I'm going to have to do a little more to earn the respect. Develop skills in the use of technology. This is my biggest problem. In the field I was in for so many years, technology wasn't really an issue. if you knew how to work a word processor and a fax machine, you were pretty much good. So all these new skills that we're being introduced to as far as technology is a little daunting. Learning new skills in classroom management. This is another one of my problems because, like I said, I have a background in military and law enforcement. It's not really conducive to being gentle. So I tend to speak rough. I tend to be short. I have to be very careful to be patient with children, even though I've got 3 of my own. To develop student and teacher communication skills. Because I'm a big guy, I'm 6'3", a lot of times smaller kids are sort of scared of me. So that's another thing that I'm trying to work toward. I'm trying to gentle myself or soften myself down a little bit. Something interesting about me, like I said, unlike most of the students enrolled in this program, I'm not currently teaching that for a school system. I own my own company where I teach law enforcement officers and firearms-related classes. I provided some pictures of this. This is me in a classroom setting, in my kind of classroom setting. The ones directly below the text, I'm teaching a offensive tactics course for a police department. The ones to the right, I'm actually teaching youth hunter education. I know teaching English in high school may seem odd for someone with my background, but I love the written word. I've always been an avid reader. And I also love teaching kids, even though, like I said, it's a little scary sometimes making the transition from teaching adults to teaching kids. So there's some interesting things about me. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned a little bit about me, and I hope that I'll learn something from y'all when I watch y'all's videos. Have a good afternoon.